It's good to see you again at the warehouse. You were looking a little green with envy, so I decided to review and unbox this Loki Sentinel fighting armor figure, and I am very excited for what you and I are going to see together. Packaging is beautiful as the previous series, as this is the 10th in the installment. The Sentinel fighting armor line was a what if Tony Stark made fighting armors based off of all the powers of the Avengers, and I love the articulation, die-cast, and overall look of all of these figures in this series and line. We have some beautiful shoulder pieces that really accentuate the gold, bronze, and green that you have inside. But now, on to one of the more beautiful accessory pieces on this unit. I am in love with this cape. But more about that later. Here are some of the instructions that you see packaged inside, as well as some of the descriptors of where you need to be careful, how to insert the hands, the cape, the stand, all of its accessory points. It's a very useful one as well. But let's finally unbox this trickster of a figure. A couple pair of hands, as well as a scepter, are part of the accessories you'll find packaged inside, along with the cape. It's a beautiful scepter as well, with that popping gold and that little bit of blue and silver. Once you actually have the figure unboxed itself, it does look slightly naked. But once you put on those shoulder pieces and that cape, you'll actually be able to see how Loki needs that respect. But first we gotta finagle. My first impressions were blown away by the black and the copper, along with the small pieces of gold and green on this figure. Articulation wise, again, is going to be amazing in the range of movement given what this is available to do. And this is not the first time you've seen a figure like this move in this line. If you're looking for a figure that kind of takes a little bit of some liberties in the design area but maintains some beautiful articulation, this is the kind of figure you're going to be looking for. Giggity giggity. Wondering about the waist movement? It's wonderful, and it does really give you some options for its actual posability later. Don't let the legs let you down. They also too have a great range of movement, and you can get a nice spread with it, as well as a bit of an extension ability right there at the hip. There is a really nice double hinge at the knee, and right below it for it to give some nice range of movement. Front part of the leg has that little shield that can move up and down, as well as the front part of the toe. The heel can move back and forth, as well as rotate slightly angled on its side. So again, wonderful range of movement. This is Loki of Asgard, and he is burdened with glorious purpose, and this figure represents that exact momentous type of stature to show off against the peasants and those beneath him. I am wowed constantly by the ability for it to pose in its most beautiful ways. The cape itself can capture the light oh so eloquently, and I expect nothing less, for I am Loki, the trickster god, and all shall worship my power. And ooh-wee, justifiably so, all of these Sentinel figures have hit, and I love it. Every one of their design choices, the color schemes, the accessories that they all come packaged with, really show off their specific type of figures. So let's get some size comparisons out of the way. Adding this figure to my collection has been amazing, and I cannot wait to see how it's going to look like with some of the other different figures that I have stacked around the warehouse. As always, thank you again, crew, for coming on by and visiting the warehouse. There is a lot of interesting new ideas that I have coming up in the future, but for right now, we are going to take a slight break just to get some ideas in order. Until then, please review and take a look at some of the other great content that we have here at the warehouse. I hope you're having a great rest of your week, a great rest of your June. Yo tengo poder, crew, and I'll see you all at the next warehouse release. We have quite a few big things in the works.